Hmm. God damn it. Okay. I'm tired of hearing this, and this is something people talk about all the time. If this, they say this country would not be in the hole if prayer wasn't banned from school. Okay. Let me start off by saying prayer wasn't banned in school. You can still prayer. You can still have prayer groups in school. What was banned in school was teachers making you pray in school. Just like they can't make you say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. Now, I said it, and that's just because, you know, I wanted to. Well, I didn't really say it. I actually just stood up. That's another thing. You don't have to stand up if you don't want to. Now, I stood up and put my hand over my heart because I know what they suffered in World War II and shit. And I do it for them. Because those guys definitely deserve a lot of credit for helping this country out in their time of need. And you know what? This is a great country, I admit it. But when you start telling these bullshit lies about prayer not being in school, and that's why this country's going down the toilet, and you start blaming it, and you blame this shit on Obama and gays and communism and fascism. No, it's not realistic. There is still prayer. There can be prayer in school. There can be moments of silence. No one is stopping you from doing this. It is so fucking stupid. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make people force me to do it. But people want to force you to do it. That's what pisses me off. People are willing to say that it was banned even though it wasn't. One of the things I seen during the holidays was this Festivus pole went up next to a manger. Or, you know, one of the things that Jesus, baby, you know what I'm talking about, whatever the fuck that shit's called. And, not Megan Kelly, Gretchen Weber, I think is what her name is. I don't fucking know. Fox News, she got pissy because she doesn't want her kids seeing a Festivus pole made out of beer cans next to the little fucking Jesus thing. Now, what's funny is after that, they had Megyn Kelly was talking about just because something, and this is because she's saying Jesus is white, he's never been black, just Santa Claus has been white, never been black. Okay, that's for a different time. But after that, she followed up with, just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean it has to change. Amazing, because just because you see a Festivus pole next to it doesn't mean it has to change. Just because I don't have to say prayer in school doesn't mean it has to change. There's a lot of shit because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean it has to change. And that is hilarious because this shit is so fucking one-sided when it comes to these assholes. It's okay for us to want to take away their belief system. It's okay for the Muslims not to be able to have their mosque in New York. It's okay for these other people not being able to pray. It's okay for these other people who don't want to. It's okay to make them. But it's hilarious what these people will go through to prove that they're right. And just because, so stupid. You know, maybe I'm freaking out over nothing, but it is complete horseshit. It's gotta go both ways. This isn't, like she said, if something makes you uncomfortable, doesn't have to mean it needs to change. And I can turn that right back at these assholes, because it's just as stupid. I've seen another thing. Now, I'm going to mention this one too. A baker had refused to make a cake for a lesbian couple on his religious grounds. Now, this sounds like what you are thinking right now. You're thinking that him refusing them service is, not only being a douchebag, but it's also being, a bullshitter. And there's this term back in the 50s where businesses wouldn't serve black people. What was that called? Good business, no. Segregation, yeah. Remember when they wouldn't serve the black people because it was in their Bible not to? Kinda sounds familiar, but you know what? I'll leave you to think on that shit. Peace.